GCSE Physics Boosters, the solar system. So this is the first video in the space science topic, which is for the separate physics only. And what I'm going to do in this video is just some pretty basic stuff, which hopefully you know already, but you'd be surprised how many people don't, about the solar system and what's going on up there in the sky. So the solar system, what is the solar system? Well, it's the sun and the stuff going around the sun, in orbit around the sun. There are 8 planets. This diagram here, you can see that there's 4 inner planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. And then there's 4 outer planets, which are gas giants, which is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, and they are the 8 planets. Most of them have got moons going around them, like the Earth has got 1 moon. Some of the gas giants have loads and loads of moons. A couple of them don't. I believe Mercury and Venus don't have moons. Okay, so there are 8 planets, and then there are some dwarf planets as well. Now, it depends where you read. I think there's officially about 8 of them now. Not so long ago, there were 5 of them. But anyway, including Pluto. There's Pluto and Eris and Ceres and Makemake and Huame. I don't know what the other ones are called. Dwarf planets, one of them, Ceres, is in the asteroid belt, which is between Mars and Jupiter, and then some of them are in the Kuiper belt, which is way beyond. This is where Pluto is. It's a Kuiper belt object, which is beyond Neptune. There's other stuff as well. There's asteroids, loads of them between Mars and Jupiter. There's meteoroids, which are just basically bits of rock, not big enough to be called an asteroid, and there's comets as well, which are like icy, dirty snowballs with very eccentric orbits, comets. So this is the solar system. Lots of stuff going around the sun, and the sun is a star. We're going to talk lots about stars in this topic. Our sun is one of about 200 billion stars in our galaxy. And a galaxy is loads and loads of stars kind of bundled together in a group. Our sun is part of the Milky Way, which is like a whirlpool spiral galaxy. Imagine all these galaxies swirling around very, very, very slowly. Okay, this photo here, of course, isn't the Milky Way. I mean, how on earth would you take that photo? It's a galaxy called Andromeda, which is very, very similar to the Milky Way. It's similar in shape to the Milky Way. So imagine it's the Milky Way, and our sun is about 2/3 from the center. Okay, one interesting fact is that if you go out and look at the stars in the sky, every single star that you can see, unless you've got a telescope, so with the naked eye, every single star is in the Milky Way. There's only one thing that you can see with the naked eye which isn't in the Milky Way, and it's very, very, very faint, and it's Andromeda, because it's another galaxy. If you go somewhere where there's very little or no light pollution, somewhere like in the middle of the Lake District, on a clear night you can see the Milky Way, and it looks like a big cloud going across the sky, a milky, dirty cloud going across the sky, the Milky Way. This photo here shows us looking towards the center of the Milky Way. You see that observatory is firing a laser there because it's going to point its telescope there. Okay, we can't see most of the stars in the Milky Way because there's a lot of dust and rubbish in the way. Okay, but we can see this cloud, and if you looked at that cloud with a telescope, you'd see that it's made up of millions and millions of stars. That's the Milky Way, our galaxy. Where do stars come from? We're going to talk lots about this, especially in the next couple of videos. Now, in the Milky Way, there are these clouds called nebulae. The singular is nebula, okay? And they are what's left over after a giant star has exploded. So there was a very, very, very large star and it exploded, a supernova. This is something that happens to big stars at the end of their life. And you're left with this cloud of gas, mostly hydrogen. Okay, and this is where stars are born. What happens is that gravity makes the hydrogen gas clump to get together, and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter until fusion starts and it forms a new star. Again, as I said, I'm going to be talking lots about this in other videos, but this is where stars come from. Our sun came from a nebula. Okay, such as this nebula, which is the Orion Nebula. Now, our galaxy, how many galaxies are there? Well, there's about 200 billion galaxies in the universe. The universe is everything. This photo here was taken with the Hubble telescope, looking at a tiny, tiny little part of the sky. And every little speck of light that you can see here, it's not a star, it's a galaxy. Every single speck of light on that photo is a galaxy. There is a ridiculous number of galaxies. The universe is big, okay? So in order of size, there's a planet, like our Earth, the solar system, which is planets going round a sun. There's galaxy, which is lots and lots of stars clumped together, maybe as a spiral like the Milky Way. And then there's the universe, which is made up of lots and lots of galaxies.